Hello all, Seriously's here, back again for some more finishing Permadeath. We're back on the freighter because today, instead of more exploring, which I did do a little bit off of camera, and I found a couple other places, I don't know that I'm going to settle in any of them, nothing stood out. I found a blue star system that was 3 stars, economy, it was Korvax. When you pulsed during that system, you could find stellar ice. I did once, so you can again for sure. There was neat stuff, and it had a gamma, and it had a fungal, but I don't know, it just didn't speak to me. We'll see. We'll see. I'm being really picky. But today what we're going to do is upgrade this ship a bit. I want to get this in flying condition. I mean, it's flying now. It's not damaged. But I want to get this upgraded. And we're going to go to the space station to do some of that. Actually, most of it. In fact, let's just say all of it. We're going to spend the entire day in the space station today. So, these are the modules that I already had. You can see I am 1 shield short and a little bit of hyperdrive short now. Do I have any of those modules saved up? No. It doesn't look like I do. So what I should have done, what I'm going to do, is head straight back to the freighter and hop in another one of my ships where I will have those modules saved up, because I've saved all the modules I needed for that ship on it. But I haven't installed them yet, because we were going to do what we're going to do today, which is technology module rerolling. We're going to go for min-maxing our statistics on a couple of modules. I'm not going to do all of them on screen today because it can take a huge amount of time to do rerolls if you're not exceptionally lucky with what's called your character seed. There is a generated number, procedurally generated number, somewhere in your character's file that all random numbers, well, not all, but a huge number of random numbers in this game are based off of. Every time you install a module, your quote-unquote random results are sort of predetermined. That's why when you install a module, let's say I installed this hyperdrive module and I got 202 light years out of it. If I load the game and install any of these, it doesn't matter which module, if I install another hyperdrive module, it will be 202 light years again, because it is going back to the previous number in that file, in your character file, the seed number, and it's basing the random roll off of that number. Now, after you install one and install the next, the new random number from this one will be generated from a different number in your seed number, because you've progressed it. You've spent the number that this one was based on. So that's what we're going to do today, is we're going to skip the bad numbers in our seed number and try to get good numbers. And I'm going to specifically focus on pulse drive modules because we're upgrading a hauler, and haulers have pretty bad handling. So we're going to see what we can do about that. I can't remember how many of these I need. Let's just grab a bunch and we'll put them back later. Ew, don't like that hauler. There's a nice looking one. And there's a great looking one, and we're going to fly this puppy. Now back to the space station we go. Let's do some of that rerolling. And what we're going to need for rerolls, we're going to need to get away from these pirates before they bother us. And I don't want to go to a freighter fleet. That's no help to nobody, thank you. Okay, they're going to attack. And we're going to run. Wow, 5 of them. Neat. Well, I hope they bother that freighter and not me. Looks like my combat frigate is deploying some itself, I guess, to fight them off. Don't really need it. I'm just running away. It's not that I can't beat them with nothing installed. It's just that that's not what we're doing today. Except that apparently it is, because look how slow we are getting there with these guys on our tail. Oh, now I can go fast. Now that I'm right beside the space station? Well, thank you, game. Oh, wow, the wing is going to cut into the catwalk here. Not a fan of that, but it could be sort of neat. Did I cut anyone's heads off with a fan? No? Okay. Boop. Oh, nice. It goes directly right under the catwalk. Well, I mean, if we're looking from above, it's under. Sometimes the wing, depending on which style of wing you have, comes right over this railing and actually blocks your way. But nope, this one just faces perfectly underneath. Okay, so what are we going to do up here? We need to be on the other side because we want to buy some green C-class modules that are cheap. And just to make it simple, we're going to buy Starship ones. It doesn't have to be Starship ones. It can be any module you want. You can install exosuit ones, exocraft ones if you're on a planet. Whatever you want, any module you install will progress that seed number by 1, and you'll get a new random roll for the next module you install. So I'm just going to buy like all of these that I can hold. You can go around and find ones that are less than 70. They range from like 60 something, 68 to 75, 76, somewhere in that range. But I'm not going to min-max how much I'm spending. It's going to be a lot. We're going to go from 28,000 nanites probably down to 20 if we're lucky. And that might just be re-rolling one set of pulse modules. You never know. You never know how unlucky you're going to be trying to get really good rolls. So let's start the process off. Okay, first of all, actually, before I do that, let's get all of these sent over to the ship. Starship. I've decided that I would like my main beam, my main weapon to be the mining beam, and my backup weapon to be the positron for this ship. I want 2 different weapons that aren't. You know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to install these weapon modules yet at all. And I'm going to show you guys the re-rolling on, that's the Humboldt drive stuff. Okay. Exosuits, this can all go to the ship as well. Shields, there's 6 shields. Okay, we're done with shields. Pulse drive. We had 6 pulse drive. We needed these. We needed hyperdrive. Did we grab 2? We did. Excellent. Let's put them in the right spots-ish. Okay, so we've got lots of positrons. We've got lots of mining beams. We're not going to install those today. In fact, can I hold this? No, I can't. Okay, well, you keep that then. And let's get that other hyperdrive over here. Now, we don't need the pulse. This is what we're going to be re-rolling today. I'm only going to try for 3 of them, and we're going to put them in the technology side. Now, something else we need, and the reason why we're back in the home system, and the reason we're on a space station and not just on a planet or on the freighter, is because I need to spend some of these. I'll leave 1 there so I know where they go. And let's get this thing upgraded to maximum slots in the technology slots. So what I'm going to do in the long term, and I can do that right now actually, is start that right now at least, is, see I already have the phase beam installed. Let's uninstall rockets, don't need those. Let's move this over to this side. Okay, yeah, I've got room for that. I've got room for that, perfect, excellent. I'm gonna leave this here, and I'm gonna go through a black hole until this gets broken. I'm not going to install any technology here. I'm going to do the re-rolls today here, and then off camera I'm going to go through a black hole until this is broken. And that way I won't have my Photon Cannon as a selectable weapon. Ideally, that's my theory. I'm wondering what weapon we will default to, and if I'm going to have to switch weapon off of a broken Photon Cannon every time, or if it'll just be not accessible and I'll have the mining beam as my default weapon. We're going to see. We're going to see what happens. That's the plan. So I'm not going to install any of these modules today. Well, maybe I'll do a couple in the technology. But we're going to re-roll pulse drive in the technology slots. That's what we're going to do on this ship. Upgrade ship. Storage augmentations. Yeah. Apply augmentation. And we need 9. And we brought 15. So we're good to go. And it kicked us out because we completed a whole row. For some reason, that seems to be a bug in the game. See, we still have plenty of slots to install. We have augmentations on us. The game's just like, nah, you're done a row. You must be done, right? Okay, so we are fully upgraded. Let's go make another save. And this is important too. You're going to be doing lots of reloading when you're going for modules. Now, something we can do in the meantime is not spend any of these green ones because, let's send that to the freighter so we don't get it confused. And let's reset our autosave actually. Just a second, I saw something else to put back on the freighter. There we go. Let's get that autosave made where everything is where we want it to be. So these modules here are always just going to be 30% or 30 points or whatever they are. So let's not install one of them first. Let's use these for rerolls instead of greens because we need to move the seed number forward by 1 by installing a module that we leave installed or delete. I could install this, boop, put it here, and then delete it, and my seed number will still have progressed by 1. Deleting it doesn't move you back. Reloading your game moves you back. Okay, so that it was never installed in the first place, that sets your seed number back. We want to progress it forward, so what we're going to do is pick any, doesn't matter, pulse drive module. We're going to install it beside the pulse drive and hope for a 12% maneuverability. We got the minimum. We got 6% maneuverability. So we know that the very first pulse drive module we install when we reload the game will always be 6% maneuverability. However, we don't know what the second one we install will be. So let's take a look at what that is. We're going to reload the game. We're not making a save here. I'm not in the ship. You can see my characters are not in the ship, so I can do all this and not make a save. Our second module is also 6%. Okay, not very good. Whoops, it's in the starship. There we go. Our third module that we install will be 9%. That's better, but that's not good enough for our needs. So back to general. And we can install them here. Doesn't matter, we're reloading the game. Let's just install all of them right away, actually. And we'll know that it's 1, 2, 3. So 4 is a 9%, 5 is a 6%, and 6 is a 6%. So none of these first 6 modules that I install are useful to me at all for pulse drives. So that's disappointing. That is very disappointing. So what I'm going to do is reload the game. So we have set our seed number back 6 whole slots. Now we need to progress it forward 6 whole slots without using any of those pulse drive modules. Now because there's other stuff I do want to install, we can do some playing around with other S-class modules instead of spending those C-class modules. So for example, I can burn 3 of these right now, no problem. Let's move some stuff around. Let's put that in the corner. And let's put 3 S-class modules, whoops, into our technology slots. Now I don't want to put all 6 in, even though I could, because that would put them here, and then they would break when I go through the black hole. So I'm going to leave those for now, and I'm just going to put the 3 in here, and as you can see, 30%, 30%, 30%. There's no variance in these. They are always 30% from S-class modules. I don't need to re-roll these at all. So I have moved my seed forward 3, but I know that the next 3 parts of my seed give terrible rolls for pulse drive modules. So what I'm going to do, I've moved it forward by 3. I need to move it 3 more. I'm making a save because I'm happy with those shield installs. And I need to remember that in order to get any of these installed, I need to go by 3 more. But let's see what a hyperdrive gives us instead. What do we get from this? Is this a 250? No, that's a terrible number. Okay, and that 200, even worse. That's the minimum you can get. And that, no, 200. Okay, so we're going to reload the save and we're going to use 3 C-class modules. And then we're just going to uninstall them right away. mostly because I bought Starship modules, and the Starship modules don't stack past 3 in a location, so I do need to uninstall them to get the benefits out of the other modules that I do want. I could just leave an unlimited number of modules installed and then uninstall them all at once, but let's not do that. Okay, put that in. We will put this in, and we'll put that one in. Why not? Boom. And then we'll go like that, we'll go like that, and we'll go like that. And we're going to get a whole bunch of this material stuff from deleting all these green C-class modules. We're going to have to deal with it. Let's leave a bunch of them here on the ship because they're going to start stacking up pretty high. And if this can stack to, 1,000, that would be great, because we can't hold that much in our inventory and we don't want to have to keep moving it every single time. So we'll just leave as much as we can here until we're full, then we'll deal with it. But we've moved it forward 3 more steps, so that's 6 total like we needed to. Now we have a fresh look at pulse drive modules, and we're going to do that. We're going to look at the next pulse drive. We made an autosave, so we can start from here. Come on, lucky 12%. 11%. That's worth considering. I really would like to actually maximize this and get nothing but 12%, but 11 is darn close. I'm sure you can tell it's only 1 away. 10% is 2 away. That's not ideal to me. If this had a huge boost number, you can see this one is a 13% boost and that's only an 11% boost. That might tempt me because boost affects your speed of pulse drive. Pulse drive fuel efficiency affects how much fuel you consume. I don't really care about that. Pyrite and tritium are everywhere. Not really worried. But how fast you get to different planets does matter to me. So I would like the boost to be as high as possible as well. But that's more important to me in a fighter, because the maneuverability of a fighter is already super high and you don't really need to maximize your maneuverability statistic. So on a hauler, I'm concerned about both. But on a fighter, I'm more concerned about boost power. All right, so we got 11, 10, and 6%. Okay, not ideal rolls. The first one is okay. We could accept that. We'll see if I do. Let's try these 3 again. So we got another 6 modules burnt. So there's another 11%, another 10%, and another 6%. So that's 6 more modules that aren't 12% maneuverability. So how many do I have? I only have 5. Well, here's what you do. You reload your save and you go buy some more, because every time you reload your autosave, the merchants replenish their stocks. So you will always have a fresh supply of more C-class modules to buy. It's not a problem as long as you've got more nanites to spend. You can just do this all day long. All day long. I don't know that we're going to get one 12%er today. Took a little bit of time getting here, flying back and forth to the freighter to get those other modules from the ship. But we need at least one of these to make 6, so let's just buy a bunch because they're all here again. Oh, 60 down at the low end. Oh, that's because I'm on Exocraft modules. Okay, well, unfortunately, I can't install them from here, and I have my smallest one installed anyway, so what I'm going to do is go to the proper merchant and sell those 2 Exocraft ones to him, just to recoup some of my losses. I could just reload the game to recoup the entirety of those losses, but it's like only a couple nanites. It's fine. It's fine. Cyclotron, Positron, Exocraft Cannon, Exocraft Engine. Okay, now I want to buy all of these very expensive 70 cost ones. There we go. And it can be A class or B class. You can use those to reroll your stuff too. If you happen to find one of those modules in the wild from damaged machinery or whatever, and you just kept it to sell, you can use that instead. You can reroll your stuff. You can progress your seed forward using any class of module you want. It's just the most efficient to use C-class modules. So I've bought a bunch more. I've made an autosave. I need to burn 6 of these. This is one reason why you might want to use exosuit modules instead of starship modules, because it will fill up your inventory directly with all of that junk I was talking about before. But like I said, Starship holds a bit more on Permadeath, so you might want to use it. Whoops. Come on. There we go. That's 3. We need 3 more. No, we need 3 more. There we go. And if you always buy the same modules, say you only ever buy cyclotron ballistas, these will always dismantle into cadmium, silver, and wiring loom. And the shields will always be chromatic metal, sodium, and wiring loom. So maybe we should stick just to shields, because that's like a small amount of stuff we get, and it stacks pretty high. But, you know, whatever. I'm just going to go with whatever I got. Hyperdrive. What does that do? What are we going to get from that? Even more chromatic metal, magnetized ferrite. See, we're getting lots of stuff, and it's going to start stacking pretty high and pretty big quantities, pretty big slot usage to do this. Oh, cadmium only stacks to 500. That's right. It's 1,000 in the freighter slots. Right. Righto. Okay, well, we've progressed the seed. We need to make another autosave. What do we got over there? B class. Okay, nothing worth buying. I don't need to scrap any more ships anyway right now. Not yet. I'm not out of nanites yet, but I probably will be after this. Yeah, yikes. Okay. Pulse drive. Come on, big money. Let's just do 3 in a row. Let's not wait around for each one to see what they are. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 1. That's a good boost, but a terrible maneuverability. That's the exact same module, just they shuffled the moves statistics around slightly. Maximum boost, minimum maneuverability. Just absolutely terrible. So that's 3 we don't need to worry about. What about these 3? It was this one, and then this one. Nope. We need to spend 6 more modules. Ah, this is some bad luck. I'm telling you what, this is bad luck. We probably should have kept those 11s. We're going to burn 6 more modules, and then I'm going to lower my standards by 1% down to 11. If we don't get any 12s in the next 6 modules, I'm going to go for 11s or better from now on. And usually as soon as you lower your standards by 1, you'll find what you want. just happens to be that way. You know, Murphy's Law is that as soon as you give up on finding what you want, you'll find what you want. Okay, I'm at the wrong merchant again. Okay, gotta remember not to buy exocraft modules. I've been doing it so long, I've been just running up to him by habit now, I guess. Let's see. I don't need to buy all of these. I have some already. That's good enough for now then. Right? Do I have 6? Yeah. Nope, wrong button. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. And we'll burn those. And more cadmium. Yeah, there we go. Boom. Okay, that's getting pretty full. We should probably consider selling some of this stuff soon, or just deleting it. Wait, while I'm here, how many do I got left? I only have 5 left. Let's just fix that problem right now, so that we're always working on multiples of 6. By buying 1 more module from him and then making our autosave. Yeah, that'll do. Thank you, sir. We can also burn X-Class modules, but those cost even more. They cost tainted metal. Alright, autosave created. Modules are burnt. We can try again. What do we get? In fact, let's just install them here. Let's not even go over to technology. We don't need to move them over. We can do that after. They're going to break because we put more than 3 in one side, but we can still see what they give us. 1, 7%. Oh my god, number 2 is amazing. This is 1% away from being the best module you can possibly get. It's got the maximum efficiency. I think there's only one possible efficiency of 20%. maximum maneuverability, and it's one off of the maximum boost that I've ever seen. So we want to remember that our second module is great. So we'll show you how to get that. There's an 11%. Oh, no, sorry, 11% boost. Whew. Glad I didn't install that module. 11% boost again. Boost again. 10%, not bad. 7%. All right, so only number 2 is good. It's really good, but only number 2 is good. So let's reload that autosave. Now, we want to burn 1 C-class module. So we want to progress our seed number by 1 so we can get to that good number 2 slot. And then I'm going to burn a C-class module and buy a C-class module. So let's do that straight away. Let's just get whatever you are installed and destroyed. Okay, so we've progressed our seed as far as we need to be. Let's get a C-class module purchased, so we're back up to 6 of those in our inventory. Although now that I'm down to 5 pulse drives needing to be installed, I could stand to be at 5 C-class modules. It doesn't really matter. And technically, I'm not currently at. So I'm going to get in the ship. I am going to install one of these in the tech, and it is going to be 14 and 12. Yes, there we go. 14 and 12. And I'm going to hop out of the ship and make a save. We have got our very first min-maxed pulse drive upgrade for this ship. Now, I just need to do that 5 more times for pulse drives alone. And then I'm going to want to do it for hyperdrives to get 250s for each of these, or as close as I can get to 250. That's the maximum you can get for a hyperdrive range is 250. Like I said before, shields don't matter. They're always going to be 30. So I can use these instead of those C-class modules to progress some of these or some of these. But first I have to go find a black hole. And you know what? You want to do that now? Let's do that now. Instead of installing more, we got one of those pulse drives to install. Let's just double check that I did make a save and do this. I have the Starseed and Remembrance installed, so I think it's the Starseed that'll help us find this thing. We're not in a very good ship for black hole finding, so let's go to the capital ship, hop in our good ship. We're going to do a bit of a ship swap. And, yeah, go to a black hole, do another ship swap back to this thing. And then we are going to go through it and see what happens. See if we can get that Photon Cannon to be broken. Be a weaponless ship. No, actually, I already have the phase beam installed in the tech section, so we will have a weapon. Alright, let's see. Lickety split. Let's warp somewhere. Boom. There's a black hole right there. Actually, there's one right beside us, too. 74 light years away. We could have warped there. We had the range. Darn, I didn't need to switch ships at all. Well, that's a kick in the teeth. I should have looked. I should have looked first with the hauler. Oh well. We're not going to go to the space station. We're just going to quickly call the freighter in here as soon as we get in, and we're going to switch ships again and head to the black hole. Provided, of course, we're not too close to the black hole to actually call the freighter in, which, yep, see, we might be. So let's make it point maybe towards the black hole. What is my freighter? There we go. That's the button. Black hole discovered. Okay. Chop chop. Switch ships. I like that it always puts them back in the right spots. But once you take that ship out, the right spots become totally different. Okay, primary ship switched. Let's do some damage. Where'd that black hole go? There it is. Whoa, that freighter fleet spawned in pretty close, didn't it? Wow, this thing takes up the entire screen. Yeah, black hole screenshot. I don't think I've done one of those in a long time. And another screenshot during the black hole, because why not? I saw a really cool one for a second, but I don't know if my ship's going to get out of the way so that I can capture it again before we appear. No. It was on that side, yeah. Oh, and a freighter battle. Interesting. Ooh, nice colors. It's a bit unfortunate that... Oh, my ship weapon didn't break. Did it? No, it didn't. Well, I'm going to have to keep doing that over and over again until it does. Okay, well, I made an autosave back on the freighter and all that, so I don't really need to worry about this. Oh, yeah, nice colors on this thing, eh? Ah, look at that. Oh, I am really liking this hauler, too. Even with only one 12% upgrade, I really like how it handles. All right, well, we're going to abandon this freighter. Poor guy. Poor guy. Oh, it has the underfin. Oh, well. Yeah, we're out of here. We are out of here. We're heading back to the freighter on our reload autosave. Oh, well. So we're going to keep trying this black hole until I can get that photon cannon to be damaged. And if that doesn't work, I'm just going to go to the galactic center and go through there, because then it will definitely damage all of the tech in that main inventory of that ship. If I can't get the photon cannon to break by going through black holes, that's how I'm going to have to do it, by going through a galactic center instead. But till then, everybody, have a good time.